your take, Charles. I'm reading here in the Standard that the police service and the commission agreed to do away with online recruitment and will now conduct a physical exercise in all constituencies. Where do you fall on this issue?
Oh, thank you, Olive. I am one privileged Kenyan to have served in the police service. I still believe I serve. I'm also privileged to have been amongst the officers who are involved in drafting parts of the Constitution that brought about the Police Service Commission and much of the regulations that we have in the police service, together with my colleague, able colleague, late Kingori Mwangi, and my colleague, Eric Raide. And we had a lot of input. One of the major challenges has been that I think there's been a feeling that the Inspector General should be the chairman of the Police Service Commission. And the police have always said that in relation to the fact that Judicial Service Commission is chaired by the Chief Justice and legislature is chaired by the Parliamentary Service Commission is chaired by the Speaker. But what brought about the police having a civilian as a chairman of the commission? It was because in our discussion was that we have three arms of government, and these arms of government have heads of arms of government. So the head of arm of government of judiciary is the Chief Justice. The head of arm of government of Parliament is the Speaker. But who is the head of arm of government of the executive where the police fall? It's the President.
The President.
So ordinarily, the person who should be the chairman of the Police Service Commission is the President. But now the President, it was discussed that the President cannot sit in such a small he cannot sit in a commission. And therefore, we had to get a civilian to represent the interest of the President at the commission. But we ensured the commission has 9 members. We have the 3 heads of police services, the Inspector General, the DIG Police, the DIG AP, and 2 retired police officers, one who had served in AP and one who had served in Kenya Police Service. So in this commission, we have 9 members. Out of these 9 members, 5 are police officers. Only 4 are civilians. The 4 who are civilians, 1 is the chairman. The second one is the vice chair. The third one is somebody with HR knowledge, a civilian. And the 4th one is a civilian who is an advocate of High Court. So only 4 are civilians. 5 are policemen. And then there's a 6th policeman who has been co-opted, and that is the Director of Criminal Investigations Department, the DCI. So when I hear about the commission vis-a-vis the IG, I don't understand, because this is a commission of policemen. Mm-hmm. Does it mean they cannot sit? To me, it's a fallacy, because the chairman, who is a civilian, cannot overrule these 5 policemen if they are working in good faith and for the interest of the service. But we hope that in future, we have now had the Constitution for 10 years, or over 10 years, 15 years, and there would be amendments. Like from where I sit, if I have capacity, I would just want us to have 1 police service and the DCI. Just have nothing like AP or Kenya Police. We should just have 1 Kenya National Police Service with 1 DIG and 1 deputy. Then most of these things we are seeing, let's say in AP or in Kenya Police, we will remain with our regions, the 8 regions, and then we'll remain with formations. And then we have a strong DCI. There are many things that I cannot discuss here, following oath of office. You know, we are trained and we take oath that what you see, what you know, you may not diverge too much. Most of the information that we would want, much that we would see that it may not be wrong or may be right, we would prefer them to be, we would discuss them in different forums, not publicly. But lastly, you've talked about police recruitment. I heard about digital recruitment, where people are supposed to apply. You know, there's a feeling that policemen have not had educated people. Policemen have had very, very, very well educated people. It's now that I'm seeing funny people, but the people we got, the old men we got in service were solid, were intelligent, were competent. And I can tell you from the history of this country, our first African Commissioner of Police, Bernard Hinga, who became Commissioner of Police at only age 32, was talent spotted when he was a student at Alliance High School in 1954. Attained Division 1, was taken for diploma in Jerusalem University. But they knew that Uhuru was coming and they had to start developing Africans. And he grew up in rank. Kanyotu, our first Director of Intelligence, was from Makerere in 1959 when he got recruited in police. And many others. That was the first. And look at the category of persons who were running the police. From the time we got independence, we had people like Okola from Umondi and myself's village and from our clan, the first DCI, highly educated from Makerere. So this fallacy of it is now that people think they can bring their bad children to police. Ati huyu amenishinda, peleka polisi, huyu amepata D, peleka polisi. There's no space for that.
Okay. So
what I'm saying is, the government is struggling with the digital superhighway to ensure that we have. But you see, children may not even get bundles. So if you say people go to be recruited through online, personally, I felt that we were trying to bite too much because many children would have fallen out. The best thing is people to go to recruitment center. Omondi, people must run. When we go for recruitment, there are stages.
Yes.
Stage number 1, when you arrive at the recruitment point center, there is registration. You register that you have arrived. After registration, you go to the line where we will say graduates, people with A, people with B. People take lines. Then you check on their certificates. Once you've checked on their certificates, then what we used to do is to put people on when we were recruited, we were to be taken for a dictation test, where there's dictation, you write, it is marked. These are just elimination methods because people are many, you have to eliminate. Then we go and we do, people are taken to run, and being taken to run is not because you become number 1. Number 1, they want to check on your physical fitness. Number 2, you will undertake a medical test at the end of it, and through running and moving on, your pressure, your what, but most of them are still very young, so you don't easily get such issues. Then some of them, you eliminate them because some will take shortcuts. You start seeing bad people, they get eliminated in the process. Then now we go to the aptitude test. Aptitude test, you may find somebody, a young Samburu, or a young Pokot, or a young Somali, who has a C, scoring higher than my son, who has a B+. Because some of them, it's just testing your IQ. Their intellect content is very high. The only thing is that they were not maybe exposed to good schools, to good opportunities. You still find them scoring even very highly. And mostly out of that, you can be able to pick even somebody with a C or a C+, and leave somebody with a B+.
So is the aptitude test written or oral?
No, aptitude test is written.
Okay.
Yes, if it is undertaken. There was a time they stopped doing it. I don't know whether they'll have it this time, but we used to have written, we used to have aptitude test. Then after that, you go for, after those tests and so on, then you go for the medical. Then again, you group people. You can group people in their wards. When you are recruiting at the sub-county level, you can group people in their how do you call it, sublocations, so that at least each and every sublocation or each and every ward picks on someone.
Is represented.
So this issue, and then earlier we used to have, up to 1989, we used to have direct entry inspectors, people who used to be employed directly, the way military is recruiting cadets. Then Commissioner Kilonzo felt that they were having challenges because police work is a social work, it's a practical work. You have to work at the police station and know how procedures at police stations are undertaken. You have to take people's fingerprints, you have to record statements, you have to prepare case files, you have to summon people to attend court. There are a lot of procedures, a lot of things that you need to learn. You cannot just be propelled and you fail to learn. That's why you find some of these gaps. So, according to me, the commission can come up with procedures, but the recruitment officer is the Inspector General.
Okay.
Because he's the one that will send officers to the ground, and then other people like Omondi from Human Rights, IPOA, EACC,
what's the word?
carry out
Observe.
oversight.